Hey, what's up guys, this is Shukesh once again, and well, today I have for you two Samsung devices which look and feel the same but they have good difference in price. On my right hand side I have the Samsung Galaxy J7, which is one of the best mid-range or lower mid-range devices in the market right now, and it cost 15,000 rupees. On my left hand side I have the Galaxy On7, which is recently launched and priced at 11,000 rupees. So the price difference is 4,000 rupees, that is the J7 is more than 36% pricier. But as you can see, both the phones are from the same company, running on the same ecosystem, looks and feels same, the display size and resolution is also exactly the same, and the camera, battery, RAM, the OS, that is almost all the vital parts are just identical. So why should you really pay 36% more? Let's find out. To start with, On7 being the latest among these two, as you can see the interface is the latest version of TouchWiz, that is the icons are slightly rounded, and this interface is exactly the same as you get with the Galaxy Note 5. Well, before I talk more about the software and the interface, let me compare the hardware and the exterior look. As you can see, they have slightly difference in the look. The Galaxy J7 being the older device, it has the typical rounded corner design of Samsung, and the bezels are shiny chrome finished, which might wear off if you drop the phone or use a hard case. On the other hand, the bezel of Galaxy On7 has got combination of matte and shiny plastic. The corners are also less rounded, and it's also slightly shorter, narrower than the J7, but it's thicker. In addition to that, the back panel of the On7 has got soft touch rubberized feel, which looks better and provides a better grip compared to the shiny one on the Galaxy J7. So overall, on the exterior design and look and feel, I'll go for the cheaper Galaxy On7. I also don't like the 4G and Duos logo at the back of the Galaxy J7. Well, these are just minor differences. If you consider the great display and the specs of the J7, you will love the phone, especially if you are a hardcore gamer. I'll come to that step by step, so be with me. Now let's talk about the displays, and as I mentioned before, both have the same 5.5 inches HD screens, so the PPI is exactly the same 267, which is ample. You are never going to complain about that. But the vital difference is the Galaxy J7 on my left hand side has got the premium Super AMOLED screen, which has pitch black levels and excellent color rendering. As you can see, the black levels on the Galaxy J7 on my left hand side is almost black, and the red levels are also great. The colors are highly saturated, punchy, and as a result images and videos look gorgeous. But I'm telling you guys, the LCD TFT screen you have on the On7 is also really great, best in class. In fact, it's better than the Motorola Moto G3's IPS panel in viewing angles. But there is no display in the world that can compete with a Super AMOLED screen. There are few demerits as well. Super AMOLED screens suffer under sunlight and the white levels might not be accurately white, but still I prefer Super AMOLED over any other screen. Now, is it really worth paying 4,000 rupees extra for the slight better color and vibrance? Not really. There are some other things you should actually consider. I'll cover all those facts in this video. As I mentioned before, the TouchWiz interface on the Galaxy J7 is older, and there are certain things I really don't like about this phone. For example, you have got bloatware apps and games preloaded, which you cannot uninstall. On the other hand, the apps drawer of the Galaxy On7 is neat and clean. There is no bloatware you will find, and in fact there is an added application called Mix Radio, which I'll show you in a minute. Let me first talk about the theme support on the J7, which is absent on the On7. So you can change the theme of the Galaxy J7 and also download hundreds more from the theme store. So on the On7 you are stuck with the same look and feel unless you download some third-party launchers, but as you know, you will lose some system features. Well, as you know, the Mix Radio on the On7 offers millions of songs just free of cost. You can listen to them and also download, so no need to load songs on your phone. You can customize your playlist, and this is indeed a great advantage of getting this On7. You also get Opera Mini browser, and with the help of the ultra data saving mode on the notification panel, you can save your browsing and downloading data up to 40%. No need to say both these devices are 4G enabled and dual SIM. You get the smart manager on both the phones, and as you know, here you can manage your RAM, storage, and also do a security scan. Now, though the Galaxy J7 is an older device, it's more premium than the On7, so you get the Minox support, which is a great feature. If you have seen my reviews on the Galaxy J7, then you know that this enterprise feature offers you to maintain 2 profiles on your phone. You can password protect your apps and the contents. In this way, you can separate your personal and professional life. You cannot download Minox into the On7. Now both these devices here feature huge screens and it's not easily accessible with one hand, but on the J7 you get one-handed screen option, which is not present on the On7. So this is another fact you should consider if you have really small hands. Next, the cameras on both the phones are just identical. You get 13 megapixel shooter at the back and 5 megapixel shooter at the front. On the camera interface, there are very few differences actually. For example, on the camera modes, you get HDR on the Galaxy J7, which offers better dynamic range for outdoor shoots. Regarding camera quality, I think both are equally good, though low light shots on the Galaxy J7 are slightly better, I think. You can download the images and check yourself. Just visit gadgetsportal.in/camera-samples. You can also check them out on my Facebook page, facebook.com/gadgetsportal. The battery on both these devices is huge, 3000 mAh, and as expected the battery life is excellent. I'm getting around 2 to 3 days on normal to heavy uses. I'm not sure which one is better, but considering the specs, I think the On7 is providing slightly better battery backup. Guys, here comes the vital part of this comparison review. The main reason you should pay the extra price is for the amazing CPU and the GPU, that is the processing power of the Galaxy J7. As you can see, you have got octa-core 1.5 GHz Cortex-A53 processor on the J7, whereas the On7 runs on quite low 1.19 GHz quad-core processor. The GPU is Adreno 306, whereas you get Mali T720 on the J7. Another important factor is the 8GB storage on the On7, which is really very low for an Android device nowadays. You get 16GB of storage on the J7. All the other factors are just identical, including the absence of vital sensors like the ambient light sensor. Now let me compare the benchmark scores of these two Samsung devices to give you a better idea about the CPU and the GPU. As you can see, on the Galaxy J7 you get great 36,920 and on the On7 you get 19,535. That is almost half. You will feel the difference during gaming. As you can see, the 3D graphics of the J7 is much better than that of the On7. I have tried games like Nova 3 on the On7 and that lags. You cannot play that game, but on the Galaxy J7 you can play Nova 3 very smoothly. Let me show you the graphics FPS on the Nina Mark II benchmark as well. As you can see, it's perfect 60 FPS on the J7. So if you are a hardcore gamer, then refrain yourself from getting the On7. You will regret. Lots of high-end games shatter on this phone, but mid-range and few high-end games run smoothly on the On7. So for multimedia purpose and casual gaming, you can get the On7 and save money. I also want to show you that the game loading time on the Galaxy J7 is much faster. Let's try this Temple Run 2. Every time I run this game, I get some loading time on the On7, whereas the J7 is fast and smooth as expected. Well, it's taking too much time. There you go. Let me also try Subway Surfer. Once again, the J7 loaded the game faster. On7 is still working, though on the gameplay there isn't much difference. So we can come to the conclusion this Galaxy J7 is perfect for gaming and faster response, though on the interface there isn't much difference on the speed, and apart from the gaming and slightly inferior display, the Galaxy On7 is a great phone to buy at 11,000 rupees. It's value for money. It's one of the best devices in this price range with a huge screen. But if you can shed 4,000 rupees more, then I think you should get the Galaxy J7. It's a premium category device. For example, on the lock screen, you can apply lock screen effects, whereas Galaxy On7 has got the very basic one, just like any other entry-level device of Samsung. Well, that's all in this review, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you have found this video really helpful, then you can share this video with your friends and family and also hit the like button. Of course, do subscribe if you want to follow this channel. I put lots of efforts in making these videos, so it will be really great if you subscribe and support. Thanks again for watching. You can check the description below for the related videos like Galaxy On 7 versus On 5 and also the camera samples link. That's all for now guys. See you in the next review.